Thank you so much, Vil. And gaya ng sinabi nga ni Vilito, and happy with Emperors as well as STI Olympians. They're quite new. They want to prove something.
Yes.
I guess yun yung pwede nating i-take away dun eh. Para both of these teams, they were just starting the nationals for Mobile Legends, but we know na it's more about establishing yourself out there. Para ipapakita mo yung strength mo as a team. Parang gano'n.
And yes, at kahit tayo rin ngayon lang din natin makikilala at itong mga to, although alam natin sila individually,
Yeah.
some of them, as a team, kasi iba yung makikilala mo sila as a whole,
Yeah.
di ba? Doon natin makikita kung ano yung play style nila, di ba? And how they go up against other teams. I'm pretty sure kahit yung mga teams natin, ngayon lang din nila kikilalanin ang bawat isa.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think that for both STI Olympians and Happy Feet Emperors, it's quite one of their, sabihin na natin, unang outing, I would say, as under the, like, more importantly, I think yung Happy Feet Emperors. Because I think that for STI Olympians, they already played. Oh, I'm sorry. Yung STI Olympians, sila yung medyo talagang bago lang talaga magkakasama ngayon. But for Happy Feet Emperors, medyo magkakasama na rin yan dati pa. Sila Tan and
Yes, yes.
Mr. V, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, correct ka dyan. And nanggaling na rin sila sa dating team kung
Yeah.
saan iba yung team name pa nila.
Yes.
And of course, they have been, just like what you said, they've been participating already in other tournaments.
Yeah.
Pero yun na nga ngayon natin kikilalanin itong mga teams na to. And of course, with the adjustment na nangyari sa laro, kahapon lamang,
Yeah.
ayan, natatalakayin natin in detail later on pag nag-start na yung matches. Medyo may konting adjustments ata na magaganap sa ating mga players.
I think there's gonna be a lot. Kasi
A lot.
parang pakilang lang ba yung patch din natin? I think that 2 days pa lang yata. That was just yesterday.
Parang pa-second day.
Second day pa lang.
Patapos pa lang ata yung first day kasi parang
actually.
kahapon lang ng hapon.
Kahapon lang ng hapon yung update and now we are playing already in a new patch.
one
Bukod pa
day
dyan magkaroon nga tayo ng ibang klaseng meta. So, whatever it is, kung gaano man kataas yung level ng para sa teams na to, what we can expect is meron talagang bago.
May bago talaga. And of course, may mga nabago sa items natin, may mga nabago, may mga tinanggal na items. Ang laking factor na kumbaga yung mga ginagamit mo dati in order to do your play style as a team, mababago Kasi you have to adjust. And of course, it seems like ito nga, actually, yung jungle mostly yung na-affected dito. Kung ano ba yung jungle, later on, we'll be discussing.
We'll discuss it. Dahan-dahanin natin yung pag-discuss nyo. In a professional match kasi, Miss Guys, there are stages. Kumbaga sa basketball, may quarter 1, may quarter 2. And sa Mobile Legends, and any other MOBA, for example, ay mayroon tinatawag na drafting stage muna, bago yung laro. So, mayroon drafting stage and then the actual game itself. Yung drafting stage, doon pupili ng mga heroes and magbaba ng heroes yung mga teams.
Ano ba yung mga heroes? Yun yung mga ginagamit ng mga players natin na characters dito sa laro kung paano nila i-execute yung team play nila as a whole. So, yung mga bawat characters or heroes kung tinatawag dito sa Mobile Legends Bang Bang, yun yung, meron namang kanya-kanyang roles yan.
Yes.
Kumbaga sa isang pamilya, may role ka na nanay, tatay, di ba?
Yeah.
Ate. Dito rin sa Mobile Legends Bang Bang, na tinatawag na isang MOBA game, multiplayer online battle arena, isa siyang genre or category or type ng laro, meron din mga roles. So, yun nga, may tinatawag tayong tank or support
may
or
tank
role.
support, may mage, you have the marksman, you have the assassin. So, technically speaking, parang sa ano lang yan Parang, gawin natin basketball para mas madaling maintindihan. Parang, for example, merong isang center na role. Pero ikaw, di ba, ang center talaga, yung matatangkad usually. Ikaw ba, pipili ka ba ng pinakamaliit na player as ilalagay mo sa center? Di ba hindi? Kasi technically speaking, pwede naman, pero matatalo kayo. That's why, ganun din dito sa Mobile Legends. When you draft heroes, hanap ka ng hero na perfect dun sa role na yun. Parang ganun. So, yun yung mga roles na sinasabi natin na kanya-kanya silang nabibigay sa table. Like for example, the tank, sila yung mag-supply ng tank ability or yun nga, ng buhay.
Sila yung sasalo
ng damage. And then you have the mages, well, from the word itself, mage, parang sila yung nagsusupply naman ng magic damage. So, sila yung may malalaking burst.
Malaking damage na in a span of seconds. Ganyan, biglang kumbaga, siguro sila yung walang mabilis na, try ko na sa layman's term, na atake, pero kapag binato nila yung magic nila or spell or ability nila, bigla kang poof, wala nang buhay.
Dun, yun yung parang inibigay nila sa table. So, yun yung difference yan. And then you have the assassins naman, sila naman yung, sabihin natin hindi sila, madali silang patayin, pero malikot talaga sila,
Malikot.
mahirap silang hulihin. That's why,
Assassin nga eh,
Oo.
no? Kung alam niyo yung mga movies na related sa mga
Oo.
assassins, parang ganun ang
parang ganun,
galawan.
sila yung malikot talaga. And I'm pretty sure that if you've been playing Mobile Legends or kahit nanonood ka na, nakakita ka na ng mga ganong klaseng mga heroes. So, for example, yung favorite ng mga players dyan, si Layla, for example.
Yan yung unang-unang hero.
Unang hero magamit mo is listed as the marksman. Ibig sabihin, marksman siya yung parang, sabihin mo parang long range sila doon. And now that we are jumping into the draft pretty soon, tignan natin ngayon yung drafting 101 para mas maintindihan pa ng mga players natin. Again, I wanna ask kasi, if you're drafting, if you're making this composition, for example, kasi yun na may nangyari, meron ka lang 5 players, so parang merong identity din yung players mo. We are gonna jump into the draft pretty soon, pero ikaw ba, what is the significance of the composition of a team?
Significance kasi nito para sa akin, yung balanse para mabuo or makompleto yung team mo. Hindi naman pwedeng lahat sila puro damager kasi nga sino yung sasalo. So, ang laking significance para magawa nyo yung bawat goal sa laro.
Yep.
Pero anyway, talking about drafting, eto na tayo. Drafting phase, Happy Feet Emperors versus STI Olympians.
Nakita natin dito may blue team at may red team. Blue side, of course, nandyan yung mga unang bands natin. It's the Lunox and it's the Cho for Happy Feet Emperors. Sa kabila naman, you have the Harith and the Minotaur. So, open dito ang Grok, open ang Kimi, and katulad ng ating in-expect, it's Happy Feet Emperors picking up the Grok.
Ito makikita mo dito, although alam natin na na-nerf na or pinahina na yung mga abilities nitong si Harley or rather ni Harith as well as ni Minotaur, binaban pa rin siya. Bakit? Siguro during the span of time mula update kahapon, nakita pa rin ng mga players na natin na ang laki pa rin ng potential nila. So ang laki ng respect pa rin sa kanila. But yun nga lang na open dito si Grok na magiging main initiator and tank support para sa side ng Happy Feet Emperors.
Tama ba itong nakikita ko? Nakikita niyo sa script, ito ba yung mga lalagyan nila ng pulpos? Ito na ba yun? Well, kasi,
Posible.
if you don't know guys, yung mga professional players kasi natin, medyo nandun na sila sa time na kailangan na pinapaganda mo na yung lakas mo as a player. So, added na dun yung paggamit ng pulpos. Kasi actually guys,
para saan nga ba yan?
Nakakadulas kasi nakatulong talaga siya. If you haven't tried it yet, itry nyo. Gumamit kayo ng pulpos. It really helps.
Mukhang ginagamit mo rin, Wolf, ha? Pero, ayun na nga, no? Makikita natin dito, a lot of respect dito para sa Akai on the side of STI Olympians as well as the Thumbs. Yun nga lang dito, naku ka, dyan na-lock in ng Happy Feet Emperors kasama na ang source of damage nila most likely will be doing the sideline in the form of the Leomord.
Oo. Okay, so there are 3 lanes kasi dito sa laban ng Mobile Legends. Normally, dun sa mid, nandun yung mid laner, which is the mage usually. At dun sa side lanes na sinabi mo kanina, it's usually nandun yung mga fight. Kasi sila yung kaya nilang mag-stay dun sa lane na yun at makapag-farm. Leomord is one good example of a side laner na dun lang sa gilid. It's to, clear out the waves fast dahil meron siyang skill na momentum tinatawag, AoE skill, at nakapag-farm siya. At ang bilis niya kasi makapunta dun sa laban because of his ultimate, Phantom Steed. At mabilis din siya maglakad. So, if ever nagkaroon ng laban sa ibang part ng mapa, it's either pwede siya mag-push or pumunta dun sa part na yun at tumulong sa laban.
Ako, tama ka dyan. At ito, makikita natin dito, pinik ng E-Olympians itong si Lolita. Looks like may pinaghahandaan sila na pwede nilang i-block off ng mga damage. Kasi kita natin dito, available pa si Claude as well as si Carrie for picking as the marksman source of Happy Feet Emperors.
This is interesting dahil sinabi mo yung Claude at yung Carrie, ito ay isang hero na pinag-aagawan ng mga teams. And all of a sudden, yung Claude at yung Carrie mismo, sila ay available ngayon. Carrie would be great laban sa isang Grok dahil meron siya parang natural counter. Yung Carrie, after a while, bigla siya may burst of true damage na pwede niyang gamitin laban sa Grok. Harley ang naban. Alam mo, nung napapanood ko ang laban ng Happy Feet Emperors or at least yung dati nilang team under another team name, laging binaban yung Harley dahil isa daw to sa mga signature heroes ni Tan.
Naku po. Ayan ang tinatawag natin na respect
Respect
ban.
ban.
Ano ba yung respect ban? Ito, this is actually a terminology kung saan masasabi mo na tatanggalin mo yung very comfortable pick
Yes.
or hero ng kalaban mo. So
Yes.
it's either ipipick mo siya para sa team mo or ika-cancel out mo siya para hindi siya mapick ng kalaban mo.
That's true. Oh, we are seeing right now naman, the last set of picks para sa Happy Feet Emperors. They will go for the Selena and the Esmeralda. Samantala, ST Olympians, they will have the last pick. What can we expect?
Pick. What can we expect dito? Ang ano ba bang kulang nila? Wala pa silang
a
mage,
mage.
dito
They need a mage.
So they need someone to do the burst, to deal the burst damage for their team.
Kagura?
Ayan, ako, Ito.
Gusto nila di atang mag-gore dito. But I think one of the few heroes that can be available out there is the Kagura.
Kagura, definitely. Pero mukhang ang dami pang pinag-iisipan dito ng team natin. Pero makikita nyo dyan, meron tayong coaches sa side pala, guys. So, yung mga coaches natin, sila yung tumutulong sa drafting phase ng mga teams natin.
Ganito na yung evolution actually ng esports. Parang when we saw in the nationals, in the previous conference na Dota yung nilalaro, meron ding coaches na available para tumulong sa team while drafting stage. Ngayon, dito naman sa ating laban for Mobile Legends, that's also is true. So, kung makikita nyo dun sa mga player introductions kanina, parang merong additional one. So parang ba't kayo nataka ba't 6 yung players? Minsan 6, minsan 7 nga, minsan dahil may sub pa. Meron pa silang substitute players.
Coach,
and coaches, exactly. And we know na these coaches, they really help a lot in terms of drafting kasi parang bukod sa paglalaro, isa sa mga kailangan nilang gawin is to study the opposing team, study the meta, and try to help his teammates have an advantage over another team because of the fact na meron nga siya naaral.
Yes, kumbaga sila na yung nag-spend ng time para mag-research doon sa mga nagiging updates sa laro as well as yung mga nagiging galawan ng mga kalaban nila. And of course, sometimes sila na talaga yung masyado nakapaglaro.
That's
Tapos
true.
biglang ilalabas mo in the second half.
Yeah, and that's actually true kasi nakita natin yan even in the past conferences na pag nagbago nga kayo ng player, in between, doon pa kayo magkaroon ng problema. Actually, let's introduce our players ngayon mabilis-mabilis. Happy Feet Emperors on the blue side. You have Arbe on the Learmore, Tan on the Selena, Cram on the Grok. It's MB to play the Esmeralda and Mr. V on the Kaja.
Para naman sa side ng STIE Olympians, we have Chico on the Lolita, Chester for the Thumbs, Deja Vu for the Kagura, Chico for the Akai, and of course Secret para naman sa Gary. At ito na nga grabe naman dito yung pag-invade agad ng jungle ng STIE Olympians. Kinuha agad yung buff ng Happy Feet Emperors. Ano bang meron sa buff na yan?
Oh yeah, if you do get the buff, kung sino man makakuha nun at kung ano man yung role niya, meron siyang special na effect. Like for example, mages, makakuha sila ng mana reduction and cooldown reduction. Also, if you get that as a fighter, meron kang konting bonus attack.
So basically, iba-iba yung effect niya, depende sa role mo sa laro.
Ang pinakasulit na pagbigyan ng buff is actually either your assassin or your mage. Because having the mage online early on, mas malakas siya into transitioning into team fights.
Tama ka dyan. And of course, speaking of yung assassin, usually sila yung nagja-jungle para sa team. Sila yung mas nakaka-roam agad. Tulad na sinabi mo kanina, sila yung malikot. Kaya napaka-importante rin na ma-clear mo na mabilisan yung mga jungle.
Request backup.
It looks like there will be an aggressive move mula sa Happy Feet Emperors going dun sa may top. Mukhang gusto nila dito is-sandwich
Nako po,
si Tams.
mukhang may masa-sandwich nga dito. Mag-isa first blood agad si Chester dito. 1 point is gonna go to Happy Feet Emperors. Pero of course, hindi mo natitigil dyan. STI Olympians may pwesto yatang nakuha dito sa bandang Pagong.
Yeah, the turtle. Isang objective na pwedeng kunin ng mga teams. You have bonus XP, bonus gold for your team. And also, yung makakuha ng last hit dun sa turtle, meron siyang buff na makukuha na mas malakas yung damage niya. So ito, mukhang mag-aaron yata ng laban around the turtle.
So napakalagang bagay pala ng mga objective natin dito. Kasi bawat objective may buff na nabibigay sa'yo or it gives you something in return.
Yep. Rapid boots for the Kagura. Okay. Dahil nawala yung wizard boots natin, nagkaroon ng iba't ibang klase ng mga atake na yung mga teams.
Teka lang, 1v1 dito sa top. Sabay flicker out ni Tan. Pero dun sa bandang turtle side natin, may bakbakan na nangyayari. Off-cam, bakbakan, double kill pa ang napunta kay Jico dyan. Ang Lolita, naku po. 3 kills na agad para sa STI Olympians. 3-minute game time. Pero babawi si MB doon. The Esmeralda got 1 kill in favor of Happy Feet Emperors.
So tatlo yung nakuha na kills ng STI Olympians in exchange for 1. Si Chico lang yung namatay sa kanila. Dalawa, 2 for 1. Pero nakakuha rin sila ng turtle. So if you would look at the top side of your screen, kung saan makikita yung gold na para sa teams, lamang na lamang ang
Pero
Olympians.
bakbakan muna sa bandang baba ng mapa natin. 2v2 situation, Mamba out para kay Secret. Dahil nga naman okay na, sapat na, nakuha na yung tier 1 turret. Objective nila sa bandang baba ng mapa natin.
We're able to push. I like what Jico was doing. Parang nag-advance siya dito para mabugaw yung mga members sa Happy Feet Emperors and get a little bit of space for Carry to actually take that kill.
Nako, may kinukuhang crab dito sa bandang taas ng mapa natin. And ano bang meron dun sa crab na yun? Mukhang may buff na namang ibibigay yun or gold ah.
You have the gold buff coming out of the crab. If mamaya pag nakita nyo, pag may nakuha ng last hit niya sa kanyang character na nasa taas yung coin na paikot-ikot, it means that every 10 seconds you will get, every 3 seconds you will get 10 gold. And that will happen for a span of 30 seconds.
For a total of 100 gold agad na magiging advantage dyan. Ang laking bagay yun, pwedeng makabili agad ng books pag nakuha nyo yung crab na yan. At ito na nga, nako, Divine Judgment naman dyan. At hindi pa sila tapos. Chico, nako, na-lockdown dito. Hindi na yata makakatakas. 2 kills agad ang na-secure ng Happy Feet Emperors dun sa laban na yun.
That was very interesting because Happy Feet Emperors, they grouped up at nakakuha silang heal. You have to take note, merong power spike ang Happy Feet Emperors whenever online yung kanilang ultimate. Ano ibig sabihin yan? Kapag may ultimate dito, si Cram at si Mr. V, dahil doon sa Kaja, Divine Judgment at sa Wild Charge, meron silang way para kumuha ng kill ng napakadali. Yung hatak dito ni Kaja is very good lockdown para makakuha nga naman ng easy kills. You saw how Happy Feet Emperors took advantage of that.
Two objectives na secure ng Happy Feet Emperors sa mid as well as sa bot. Mukhang mag-go sila for a team fight dito. Nako, si Chico nawawala ng buhay dito. May ipit pa si MB. Pero si MB, grabe naman yung shield niya dito. Oh. Halos kalahati na ng kanyang buhay.
Yeah, by the way, na-nerf yung Esmeralda na hanggang 50% of his HP na lang yung pwede niyang makuwang shields through his passive. Pero ngayon, mukhang magkukuha pa rin ng Happy Feet Emperors ng Turtle.
Nako, mukhang sigurado ang Happy Feet dito. They're going for the Turtle Plus. Pakikipag-engage na sila for a team fight. Chico will fall down. Itutuloy na ng Emperors dito ang pagkuha ng pangalawang bagong naglaro.
This is the strength of Happy Feet Emperors. Malaki yung kanilang area control. If you look at their damage outputs, it's all about AOE. AOE yung damage dito ni Esmeralda. Litaw, makakakuha ng isang hatak sa kalaban.
Divine Judgment kagad.
Divine Judgment, exactly.
Pero ito na nga, balik tayo sa bakbakan ng Happy Feet Emperors versus STIE Olympians. Naku po, si Chico at si Secret. May space na dito sa bandang baba ng mapa. Konting DPS lang para ka dyan sa carry natin. Mukhang babagsak na ang Torre anytime soon. Meron din silang minion wave dito. Pero yon si Chico dito nakatalon pa palayo para makabalik sa safety.
I like that. Cram. Chico would have used his ultimate para hindi makapwesto si Cram. Pero si Cram, ang ganda nung kanyang disiplina doon. The way for you to defend a tower push is not actually put your attention onto heroes, but actually to clear out the minion wave. Because without the minion wave, hindi nila kaya magstay under the turrets.
O, tignan natin dito. Tirito natin. Ay, grabe naman. Flicker in sa may Divine Judgment. Yun nga lang, may magandang defense dito na ginawa ang STI Olympians, pero hindi ata papatalo. Happy Feet Emperors will still go for a team fight. At ito na nga, wala tayong casualty. Meron tayong isang
There was one casualty on the Lolita. What a jump mula kay MB. Tumama sa 4 yung kanyang ultimate. And this means that Happy Feet Emperors does have the advantage into moving forward. Mukhang gusto nila dito sumugod.
Naku, nagkakaroon na ng map control dito yung Happy Feet Emperors. At ayun na nga, Leomord, it seems like he will go for a side lane push doon sa bandang baba ng mapa. Kasi alam mo, napaka-importante rin na pinapaganda mo yung flow ng minion waves mo eh.
Oh, that's true. You always have to apply the pressure. There could be a third turtle, pero kung hindi siya inatake agad dito ng Happy Feet Emperors, magta-transform siya into a Lord dahil 7 minutes and 30 seconds na rin. I think by 7:40, doon na siya mawala. So they have to attack or deal the damage before the time. At sakto, makakaabot dito yung mga members ng Emperors.
Makakaabot naman yata. Kaya pa naman yata. I think Leomord has enough damage na to finish off this turtle. Sumama pa siya ni Mr. V dito. And of course, tamang vision muna si Tan. Sasama na para matapos na itong pagong na to. Kung pagong, pangatlong pagong ng laro. And of course, it's gonna be the last one. Tulad ng sinabi ni Wolf kanina, it's gonna be the Lord that's gonna go up next.
21k ang ginto overall ng Happy Feet Emperors compared that to STI Olympians with just 19k. So there's a distinct advantage in the members of Happy Feet Emperors. Case in point, yung Esmeralda, 4.9k na overall yung kanyang pera. If you compare that to the Kagura, which is yung katapat niya sa mid lane, 4.1k lang. So he's actually technically speaking, an item ahead over his opponents.
Yun lang. Kaya minsan kapag makikipag-engage ka sa 1v1, iisipin mo, teka lang, kaya ko nang pumalag dito.
Yeah.
Kaya mananalo kaya ako kahit may level gap? Labas lamang ba yung gold ko or something? So those kind of things, chine-check din ng mga players natin.
Yeah, that's true. There's the... I mean, that's ice. Wala, Chico, very early. Interesting ni.
Tamang agaw muna ng buff dito by Happy Feet Emperor. Dito yun na nga, grabe naman. Courage. Ay, napaka-ultimate dito. Ay, flicker in agad.
Killing spree. Initiate retreat.
Kung gusto pa nilang kuhain si Deja Vu, pero yun, nakatakas naman dito. Sabay mamba out naman muna ng Emperors natin. Balik muna sila dun sa bottom lane to put a little bit of pressure against SEIE Olympians.
This is the power of the Selena pag nakakaroon ka ng mga arrow na kumukonekta because that's 3 seconds and look at the burst.
Grabe,
Oh my
medyo hindi naman tayo dun si Gary. And of course, Chico will make use of his ultimate to mamba out away from the team fight. Eto na nga, ilan na lamang ang tore na natitira dito para sa side ng E-Olympians.
This is probably the last outer turret if the turret up top
Opo,
falls. At
ayun
yun na
na
nga, isa na lang ang natitirang outer turret ng STI Olympians that is in the mid lane. You have to take note, yung napatay na Happy Feet Emperors was the carry. And you know that your carry wants to farm and farm because in the late game, kailangan siya yung mag-spread ng damage dito.
Ang laking bagay nun. And of course, position-wise,
Lord,
maganda na dito para sa
resurrecting
side ng
soon.
Emperors natin. Dahil 3 seconds from now, the Lord is gonna go up. At yun na nga, mukhang minamataan na rin ng Leomord. For the meantime, clear lang muna ng waves sa bandang baba ng mapa natin. Pero ito, deny na lahat ng jungle ng STIE Olympians natin. Naku po, naubusan na.
Yeah, this gives a free ticket to the Lord para sa Happy Feet Emperors. Mukhang yun ang kanila sisimulan dito. Look at the minimum on the upper left side. Nandito si Gramo with the Gramo. The members of STI Olympians as well as Stan, sila yung nagsaspot dito para makapag-take ng Lord ng Happy Feet Emperors. Now, STI Olympians, ang nilang sagot is kind of group up, try to look for a timing against the Lord and then have the carry farming up top. Unfortunately, hindi nila makakontest yung power ng Happy Feet Emperors and that is a free Lord for Happy Feet Emperors. I want to ask, ano ba yung nakukuha mo if you do get the Lord?
Naku, pag nakuha mo yung Lord, of course, may lalabas na luminous Lord dyan. Eto na nga, lumabas na, tinatawag na kasabay ng mga minion, ng next minion wave na lalabas from your base. At siya yung tutulong actually na mag-speed push papunta sa base ng kalaban. So para siyang, you can actually treat this as a 6th man of your team.
Oo, parang bonus na hero na rin.
Bonus na hero to para sa team mo. So your team could have a choice of either sasamahan nyo siya na maglakad dun sa lane of choice niya. Actually, ang target na lane na lalakaran niya is yung weakest lane.
Yes,
Kung
ng kalaban.
Halos ubos na yung tore ng kalaban.
Yeah, exactly.
This time,
It's the top lane. So, also, minibigyan niya ng buff yung mga minions nyo sa per buff. So, isang lane, isang wave pala ng minions ay makakakuha ng buff. So, parang mas improved sila, mas makunat, mas malakas ng minions. So, isang wave yun sa bottom, sa top, and dun sa may mid lane.
At ang laking bagay nun, in terms of pushing, kasi ang pinaka-objective nga ng inhibitor turrets pa na natitira doon sa side ng E-Olympians natin. Tulad ng ginagawa nila ngayon, kailangan lang muna nilang i-poke dito ang Emperors. Basically, they have to show away all of the minions going onto their base. At yan na nga,
Mr. V
na ang Lord. At ako si Mr. V dito mamamatay, kaya hindi. Unfortunately, may immortality na available pero hindi tumigil dito si Kagura. Ayun, 1 casualty for the side of Emperors.
Or what happened right there was, si Mr. V, yung kanyang Kaja, he wants to jump in and makakuha siya ng Divine Judgment. He was able to do that. Unfortunately, mayroong saktong stun yung STI Olympians pagkatalon ng pagkatalon noong ating Kaja. So tarang na-check muna siya before he was able to make his combo na flicker, Divine Judgment, and then dash out using the Lightning Boss. Yun nga lang, hindi niya nagawa.
Alam mo, isa pa sa mga napapansin ko dito, 3 tore ng Emperor sa gitna ng mapa natin, intact pa. Alam, ito ang pinaka-shortest path towards the base of your opponent at napakalaking bagay ito kapag na-clear mo or kung na-maintain mo yung 3 tore na yan.
Yeah. And having these defenses para sa Happy Feet Emperors makes STI Olympians work harder towards the late game. You have to take note na medyo magsaside ka pa sa STI Olympians when it comes to the late game talaga because of the fact that they have the carry, the marksman. And at a certain point, this Esmeralda will melt laban sa isang carry. Pero ngayon, na 13 minutes, considered pa lang tayo dito na mid-game to late game. So palapit pa lang dun sa late game. Nasa advantage pa rin talaga Happy Feet Emperors in terms of the
strategy. Pa rin talaga ng carry dito. They have to give time for the carry to go online. Level 13 pa lang siya compared sa level 15 na Esmeralda na nasa side ng Emperors ngayon. So I think there's still time. I think Olympia still just have to hold on to the remaining inhibitors that they have on their base at the moment. Huwag silang magpapitas. Probably they have to avoid overextending.
Yeah.
Okay lang itong si Akai. Konting vision lang. Baga, dito kasi sa Mobile Legends Bank, pag hindi katulad ng Dota, wala tayong mga words eh. So, basically yung mga tank support dito, sila na yung nagpo-provide ng vision. Sila yung nag-roam. Tama ka dyan. Pero ito na nga, tuloy natin ang bakbakan dito. Again, round 1 of the best of 3 match between Emperors and E-Olympians. Still on the defense side ng E-Olympians natin, they really have to make it up to the late game to have or give space for the carry to go online. And ito na nga actually yung ginagawa nila. Again, alam mo, gusto ko yung discipline na dito na they're not actually overextending. Kasi sometimes may makikita tayo, let's admit it, sometimes sa mga tournaments, we would see mga players na ito na late game na sila yung lugi, but hindi sila makapaghintay, mag-overextend sila, and they would actually vision out sa mga places kung saan pwede silang ma-pick off.
Parang naging complacent sila, magpatapos yung mga laban, which, yun nga, minsan, panalo ka na, natatalo ka pa dahil doon.
Tama ka dyan. At ito nga, second Lord is currently available for taking. Emperors actually starting over that one. Hindi natin sure pa kung i-reset nila to or kung itutuloy nila. Oy, ito na nga, flicker into the Divine Judgment naman. At suppress naman dito ang isang player ng E-Olympians natin. Ako, si Deja pura sa mapa. And si Jico din naman ako, ang pwestuhan natin. Alanganin. At ito na nga, shutdown para kay Crab. Grabe naman si Kari. Nagalit siya doon. Pero si Jico babagsak. Isang member na lamang ang natitira or rather dalawa para sa side ng E-Olympia. Still, the turret is intact. I think yun pa rin ang source of hope for E-Olympians this time.
However, as the Olympians, after losing these 3 heroes, hindi nila madedefensa ng Happy Fate Emperors. Fortunately para sa Happy Fate Emperors, isang tank/support lang ang nawala sa kanila. That's the Grok, which means that their course, yung Leomord, yung Esmeralda, and yung Selena, they can be alive. They can contribute, to taking down the Lord.
Alam mo, sa tingin ko, marami rin na-burn na cooldown dito by napakakunat ng hero na to, napakatagal patayin, and I guess siguro mas nagkaroon.
If you just look at how strong this Happy Feet Emperors is during this time, ito na talaga yung moment nila eh. Malapit na tayo sa late game kung saan malakas na talaga yung carry. But at this point, 16 minutes into the game, this is the power spike for Happy Feet Emperors. Lock item na yung Esmeralda, lock item na yung Selena. Also have Arbe, who I think is also, almost lock item na rin. Meron na siyang wings, Apocalypse wings, and you also have the Blade of Despair. Blood does accent in this battle.
One item remaining na lamang. Meron na rin siyang immortality dito na just in case namatay siya, pwede pang mabuhay. Pero itutuloy ang bakbakan dito. The turret will fall down by judgment.
Nahuli siya!
And of course, immortality yun nga lang. Nasa gitna ng mapa, hindi na makakatakas. Chico trying to zone out. But unfortunately, napakakapal ng buhay ng Emperors dito. Looks like they wanna end the game. And available pa ang Lord natin dito. Mag-isa na lang dito. Try to sustain. Ako mo, wala nang magagawa. It looks like mag-e-end na ang game. Grabe, ang tagal ng buhay. But unfortunately, the Lord will end the game for Emperors. Congratulations for winning Game 1. Happy Feet Emperors.
Happy Feet Emperors, like you said, taking game number 1 of this best of 3 series. Mukhang nagkaroon ng konting control ang SDI Olympians noong unang part ng game. But during the mid-game, during the early stage, second turtle pa lang, doon na nga sila nagkaroon ng advantage. This is the strength of the Leomord Selena Grok lineup. And like we said, the Grok and the Kaja connection na napakalakas during team fights. Every time na magkakaroon sila ng ultimate, they can transition into taking team fights that they can win dahil meron nga sila ng Divine Judgment and the Wall Charge, enough for the damage as well.
Alam mo, napansin ko lang, laging ginagawa dito ng Kaja ng Emperors, basta ma-flicker in lang siya, no matter what, kahit may kasama si Carrie around her, walang problema, basta ang target ko si Carrie.
That's true.
Mag-flicker in ako, ikaw yung target ko, ikaw yung Divine Judgment ko palabas.
Yes, that's exactly what happened in the last clash, diba? We'll have this is the post-game stats. Nakikita natin yung performance dito ng Happy Feet Emperors. If you look at Secret, 2, 3, and 1, 10k lang yung kanyang naipon na gold, but if you look yung kanyang katapat, 12k para kay MV. You have Tan na almost 10k na rin with all of the damage na mentioned with Selena. And then you have Arbe, the Leomord. really, wala kang chance na makipag-match up laban sa mga members ng Happy Feet Emperors because if you're STI Olympians, sobrang kulang yun ng farm. But this is because of the nature of the Happy Feet Emperors draft, di ba? Malakas talaga sila sa mid-game. Pag nag-5-man ang Happy Feet Emperors, walang magagawang STI because yung kanilang lineup is medyo geared towards the latter stages of the game.
Talaga, late game. And of course, again, I want to commend the discipline of Mr. V in here.
Oh, yeah.
Nakaja plays. He doesn't care kahit sinong naka-front dyan sa tabi ni Secret for as long as he will target itong carry. But our MVP of the game will be the Selena. Look at that. KDA.
Oh, yeah.
807.
807 para kay Tan. Hindi ganun kataas yung net worth niya as compared to the mga side laners niya dun sa Leo Mord as well as the Esmeralda. But because of the fact that Tan actually participated in most of the kills, 15 out of the 16 kills nandun siya, 93% kill participation. This is probably why he's the MVP of the game. Kasi yun nga, siya yung tumulong sa kanyang teammates na makakuha ng kills at makakuha ng objectives afterwards. So siya yung playmaker dito.
Kung wala siya doon, wala sila. Parang ganun.
Parang si Doggy lang. Parang si Doggy lang.
Parang ganun lang eh. Pero yun nga no, still commend for both of the teams. Yun nga lang, may isa lang magwawagay kada matches natin.
Yep.
It's just so happen na mas maganda yung naging tactics dito ng ating
Happy Feet
Emperors.
I think their execution during the mid-game is really top-notch. Sabihin na natin yung kanilang ginawa habang dun sa kanilang kalakas, look like their power spike is actually perfect. Which means na talagang kabisado nila yung kanilang lineup. Well, for sure, magkakaroon pa ng chance ang STI Olympians na makakabawi because this is again a best of 3 series. But because tapos na yung game number 1, we're gonna hop on into a very short break. When we come back, it's gonna be game 2 of Happy Feet Emperors versus STI Olympians. Don't go away.